Welcome back. This is Shobya Clinton inviting you on another episode on COTV, A Voice That Matters. Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle. This time around, we have somebody very interesting with us. We have Nivran with us, the Managing Director of Media Monkey. Welcome, Nivran.
Thank you for having me on the show, Shobya.
Let us start off, Nivran. How did your journey begin?
So, my career began as a management trainee. I was equipped with a finance qualification, and then I thought, the best place to start is as a management trainee, where I get a good understanding of the overall functionality of an organization. From there on, I moved to roles in finance, and then to operational roles, and then to more strategic roles. And this has been across diverse industries. And also, I've had the good fortune of having this experience across private sector entities, state-owned entities, and at board level at a public listed entity too. And then being transformed into an advertising industry where I spend a lot of my time at Media Monkey on a day-to-day basis. So that's how my career has evolved over the last decade or so.
Nivran, you have shifted from finance to advertising. How it's like to lead Media Monkey?
For me, to move into advertising actually was something a bit different to what I was doing. So first of all, you need to understand the inner workings of the industry itself. If not, you can't provide leadership to your team. Then it's about getting into this space, understanding how the people within it think, working in tandem with them, understanding a bit more in terms of what customers want, how's the work life and how's the culture of this industry, etc. And you need to understand people. If you don't understand people, you just can't deliver in this industry. So to get the best out of people, first it's about understanding the culture of the industry. Once that was understood, it was about building the business. So what we have at Media Monkey is an entity that was taken over with a history dating back to 1958, which was previously known as Pix Advertising and Marketing. So we had a limited clientele when we took over this company, but it needed to be kind of reinvigorated. And of course, reinvigoration means, give new life. New life was required in order for the business to grow. And to grow, we needed to give something more to our existing clients at the time. And if only we had delivered value to our existing client, could we have used that as a case study to seek new business? So once we started giving value to our existing clients, we had a story to tell to other clients that we were going to onboard, and success spoke for itself at the time. However, there was many a challenge. When you're a fresher, I would say at that time, we were seen as a fresher. Although our company had a history dating back to 1958, people don't trust you. People don't believe that you're capable of delivering value, etc. So it's a very uphill battle. But however, we kept on going. Sometimes we were turned down the first time around, but we went back in there and won a campaign from some of these clients who turned us down the first time around. And that is purely due to persistence. So if you ask me, finance to Media Monkey, which is advertising, I would say, why not only advertising, something else too. As long as you don't limit yourself, the world is out there and opportunities are plenty.
Nivran, tell us, advertising is shifting towards digital. How is it shaping the advertising industry?
When you take digital forms of advertising, people are moving more towards it because it's more measurable, right? So whatever monies that you spend, the returns on it, etc., is more measurable. So I believe people are moving towards digital as a preferred choice in terms of measurability and also in terms of cost effectiveness as well. However, in a country like Sri Lanka, we see the shift is happening, but yet there is a lot of budgets being allocated to traditional forms of media. But nonetheless, from where it has been to where it is today, there is a huge amount of focus on digital. and digital gives a platform for people to reach people across borders, for companies in Sri Lanka to get services, advertising services, I would say, from service providers, whether it's at a freelance level or from other entities overseas, and get their know-how and infuse it to their marketing strategies. Now, whilst we can get such services from outside, that is competition to people like us and to the advertising industry here in Sri Lanka. But competition is a good thing. So the more competition there is out there, we need to up our game. And I believe us, as well as all other industry players, have really upped their game lately in order to deliver value. And through the shift to digital has helped the advertising industry to go back to certain boardrooms when the boardroom or people in the boardrooms have challenged, is it worth to spend this? Am I really reaching out to this person? But is there that communication that's taking place? Is there that dialogue that's taking place? Is there engagement? How do I measure engagement? How do I know if someone saw my television ad? Digital changes the scope. People have that conversation with a brand, with a company, and that is really adding value to brands and also enabling nations like ours to take our products, our services. There are so many entrepreneurs in Sri Lanka today. That gives us the platform digital gives us the platform to take our brands, our services, our products to a global market. If we only depended upon traditional media, none of us would have had the budgets to go out there. So I look at digital as a required, transformation, and as an industry we are doing it, as entrepreneurs we are doing it, and we see so many avenues for growth, and it's ever evolving. 2 years ago we didn't have people saying let's have a campaign on TikTok. Today TikTok might be a mandatory as part of your campaign strategy. So LinkedIn, for example, we use LinkedIn quite effectively for some of our clients. LinkedIn, 3 years ago, if you said LinkedIn, are you on LinkedIn? Is your company's page on LinkedIn? People will say, no, we are on Facebook. But today LinkedIn has a story to tell. It's a form of B2B selling. So digital has really given a platform for companies to evolve, take advantage of platforms, and to really grow. So I would say we can't discount traditional media yet. There is significant reach that people have through traditional media, but digital will really shape the future.
Nimran, tell us the culture you have established in media.
Okay, when it comes to culture, I feel, it's all about a growth mindset. Whatever that is required for a growth mindset is the culture that you should have. Too often, I think a lot of people try to compartmentalize people, and that just limits people from performing at their optimal. So in my organization or at Media Monkey, what we try to do is, at least the culture that I try to establish is a very growth oriented culture. And where does this growth orientation start from? Growth for our client. At the end of the day, if it is only if our clients grow that we grow, and we have tried to do that each and every time that we've won a campaign or we are serving existing client. I'm all about giving value back to our client, and if our client grows, their top line grows, their bottom line grows, they would be happy to work with us, and that helps us sustain our business. And if our client grows and if our organization grows, ultimately our people grow. And for our people to grow in terms of their skill set, they may have to learn a new thing. Then growth in terms of financial growth, right? If the company is doing well, certainly we need to share it with them, so they're financially growing. So they're growing through their skill set, their exposure, their experiences. And sometimes in order to deliver value to a client, we need to try out new things, right? And sometimes in the process of trying out, we may fail. Not fail at the cost of our client, but internally we might fail. And if we ever, pinpoint people within our team saying, hey, you have failed in this regard, this was useless, no one's going to give me a better idea. believe it or not, I mean, I don't know how the viewers of this program are going to look at it, but they might look at it positively. Recently, we did a campaign for one brand, and you know, my messenger, who's worked for me for over 5 years now, suddenly told my creative team, gave them an idea, which you know sparked off an entire campaign. So if I have not given a growth mindset or established a growth mindset to my team, I don't think my messenger will be, you know, feeling as though he has the right to even raise up some form of an idea which can be converted into something which is campaignable, right? And growth mindset not only in advertising. My messenger today can come and fix anyone's computer, right? From starting off with a diploma to a higher diploma to, you know, now pursuing a degree in IT. That's the type of growth mindset that I have established, and I feel that I can be proud of, you know, establishing that type of culture.
Tell us what's Media Monkey's future.
At Media Monkey, basically, if you take, lately we've looked at a lot of research-backed campaigns, right? So I think with, you know, the times getting harder and giving absolute value to our clients, research becomes the necessity. And I think that has been the differentiator in the last couple of months. And I believe towards the future too, we want to have more research-backed campaigns where we understand, you know, the market demand for a product or service. Then that also helps us to, if necessary, make tweaks to the product or service of our client. And some of those findings through research has helped our client organization sometimes change certain processes internally in order to really maximize on the marketing spend on a specific campaign. So in terms of future plans, I would say, you know, having research-backed campaigns being executed is something that I look forward to in terms of our immediate future. And also lately we have been adding a few clients overseas. So overseas expansion, I mean in terms of market, and probably setting up an operation maybe in the Gulf because I'm involved with another operation where we are starting another business venture in the Gulf. I want to probably leverage on that and, you know, synergize that and see whether we could expand in the Gulf, but certainly acquire foreign clients. However, I think we have a long way to go in Sri Lanka too, and make greater inroads from an entity that people didn't believe in initially to an entity that now serves multinational clients and certain leaders in their respective industry. Actually gives me great pride, because I have been through Media Monkey at the time people would ask us, oh, are you guys new to the industry? Oh, who is your creative director? Who is this? Who is the person who holds this position, etc., etc. So much so, I feel as though I'm in a courthouse. But today, I think Media Monkey has a name which has been established, and I think our work speaks for itself. And I'm very optimistic, and I'm very positive about the future. And I look forward to serving more clients locally while having, you know, the prospect of expanding internationally.
Thank you, Nivran, for joining us. It's a pleasure having you today.
Thank you for having me on the show, and I wish you all the best.
Thank you for joining us today. Signing off, Sylvia.